Hello, everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, the Jet Tribe Corps Watercraft Company has been given the go-ahead by the Sulphur Springs City Council to host a jet ski exhibition on Coleman Lake this spring. The event is scheduled for May 15th and 16th. The council was also informed that Jet Tribe, working with the Sulphur Springs Hopkins County Economic Development Corporation, has opened a distribution center in Sulphur Springs. The council approved the request for the event with a unanimous vote. The City Council also had a discussion on downtown parking at their meeting Tuesday night. Place 2 Councilman Jimmy Lucas asked that the discussion be placed on the meeting agenda after being approached by some downtown vendors. They told him that they were concerned that some people drive off if there are no parking places available close to the business that they want to go to. The council was told that there are 1,440 parking spaces within 2 blocks of the downtown plaza. Lots of ideas were kicked around, including the possibility of building a parking lot on grassy property owned by the city near City Hall. But City Manager Mark Maxwell said if people currently drive off instead of walking a little, they were not likely to walk all the way from around City Hall. Read more about the discussion on the downtown parking issue at www.ksstradio.com.
Sulphur Springs Community Players invite you to see A Christmas Carol Radio on Stage, December 12th through 15th in 5 performances at Main Street Theater. Let's meet director David Woody, also Marcus and Connor.
We had a lot of shows this year. We had an extra show or two over our normal season. And we were not going to not have a production, so we were looking at ways to do something interesting, something everybody would like, and a radio style production is a little easier way to do it.
Okay, and it is not, it's not a comedy taking place in a radio station.
No, it is not a play within a play. That's not. It is a radio play being performed on stage. The actual radio play. The
actual classic Dickens tale.
Yes.
Okay. How refreshing. Thank you for choosing that. And you have got some of your actors here with us this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Will you introduce yourself?
I'm Marcus Reed.
What do you do in this play?
I will be doing the voice of Bob Cratchit, the clerk of Mr. Scrooge.
Okay. Just one voice?
I will also be doing the businessman, the second one.
Okay. How fun. Mm-hmm. How fun. And this is Connor Curtis, am I right?
Hello.
Good morning, Connor. Point that to you. There you go. Connor Curtis, have you ever lived in Sulphur Springs before?
No. Okay. I just moved here this July.
But you have family here.
Yes.
Who are they?
My grandma and grandpa, John and Jenna Eisenhower.
I know them.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Sulphur Springs, and welcome to the stage at Main Street Theater. Are you in this play?
Yes.
What do you voice there?
I voice Peter Cratchit, the son of Bob Cratchit, and Buck, the street urchin.
Okay. So some children's voices to be portrayed here.
Yep.
Very good. Well, there's a man that adapted the Dickens tale to radio on stage. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Tell us about that.
He's a gentleman from California who has been in radio his whole career. When he was very young and got involved, he was working with a lot of the radio people from the golden age of radio. And the ones that are still surviving, they will occasionally get together and tell stories. But the gentleman's name is Tony Palermo.
Okay.
And he has written a wonderful piece. He's taken the regular story and has done an excellent job of, condensing it to a manageable.
Like 1 hour. Okay.
All the elements are there. He also scored the music that underscores a lot of the dialogue.
Okay.
And for that, he used all Victorian-era instruments. And that sort of thing. And the audience will get to not only experience the production, but we'll be doing sound effects, making the sound effects.
Yes.
So, they'll get an opportunity. I think it's sad that there's not radio shows like they used to have, the dramas and stuff, because it's such a interesting art form. It's amazing what makes that sound of walking through snow, or it's not anybody walking through snow.
Oh, I agree, and you know that I do. Here in KSST's past, we have carried a lot of the old radio shows, and one series I remember that ran for years on here was Lum and Abner.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of sound effects and different people coming in and out of the post office, I think, where they set up shop. It's just so interesting to listen to. People listen to books on tape now and audio, and you get that same kind of effect. But this, the audience will be viewing actors standing at microphones, voicing all the scripts.
Yeah, there are a lot of stage plays that are done as radio plays, but they typically are a play within a play. You have a story separate from what your radio story is. This one is strictly the story.
Okay.
So the story carries the weight.
How many actors and voices do you have?
I believe 14.
Okay, 14. What about the sound effects? And is this called Foley?
No. Foley was a term that came, they use Foley now for a lot of, to call it as a kind of a blanket term.
Okay.
But originally it was just special sound effects. Foley is used more in actual film.
Okay.
And a lot of the techniques that are used to do Foley are all originated from the original radio sound people.
When we come to see this play, is this title correct? A Christmas Carol, Radio on Stage.
It's just A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Adapted for radio.
Okay.
Adapted for radio on stage.
Okay. When we come to see it, we're in the audience. Will we see the sound effects table? Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
What you'll see is what actually happens in,
let's say, a studio.
In the production of them. There's so many of the show within a show type where they have very elaborate sets with on-air lights and all that, and that's not what it is at all.
We've done some of those at Main Street Theater.
Oh yeah, they're fun to do, and but this is a little bit different, but this is going to be very fun, I believe, for everybody.
Will there be special costuming?
No.
Nope. So this is one of the reasons it's easier to put this on.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of set to do. You don't have special costuming. It's the actors and what the actors do to bring those characters to life, and then your sound effects, of course, and all that.
I love it. It is delicious to me, and I can't wait to see it. I want to find out from our other cast members here. I will want to hear your voices, some little piece that you've got memorized when I call on you, so I'll give you time to think that over. But the voices that we will hear, who are the characters in A Christmas Carol, the Dickens play? Okay,
the characters are Ebenezer Scrooge, Bob Cratchit, Fred, who is Scrooge's nephew. You have two individuals that are coming to get charitable donations for the poor, and that's Miss Poole and Mr. Lamb.
I'm sure Mr. Scrooge sends them away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think?
And then we have, the whole Cratchit family. You have Mrs. Cratchit, and there are 6 kids in the Cratchit family.
Okay.
So.
And we have a Tiny Tim.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do. There are, of course, the different spirits. Jacob Marley's ghost, the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and then the ghost of Christmas future is being done a little bit differently. And so I'm not going to say anything about that.
Okay.
They'll have to come see it.
Okay.
But we have a group of businessmen that are, during the course of events, as everyone knows in the story, Scrooge has shown his past.
Yes.
What is going on presently without him, and his potential future.
I'll never forget one year, and actually my son was in this play, and Joe McCorkle played Scrooge, and how he joyfully was leaping as he finally got it at the end of the play, the spirit of Christmas. Leaping in a nightgown.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget that mental picture. But we want to hear some voices. So I'm going to call on Marcus Reed. We're going to keep our eyes closed as if we were just listeners, and give us some of your lines.
All right. To see you, sir. God bless Christmas. Let's see, businessman number 2. How did he die? Did he? Where does he keep his money?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Marcus. Okay, Colton, are you ready? Oh, excuse me, Connor.
Yeah. So first I'm going to be doing Peter Cratchit. Oh, but he's Martha, Mother. Hurrah!
And you have an urchin?
Yes. His name is Buck. Like the deer. And Happy New Year, sir.
Very good.
Do you know the poulterers on the other block?
I sure hope I did.
Do they still have the prize turkey in the window?
The one as big as me? It's hanging down there right now.
Oh, what a delightful boy. Go over there and buy it.
Walker.
Have them fetch it to me. Have them bring it to me.
And so, was that Scrooge? Okay. He becomes a changed man, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Please come and see this show because it will strengthen your joy in Christmas.
In sports, the number 5 ranked Wildcats basketball team won their first game Thursday morning at the Mansfield ISD Spring Creek Barbecue Classic Tournament, getting by A&M Consolidated of College Station 68-63 at Mansfield High School. With the win, the Wildcats improved their season record to 5-1. They'll continue in that tournament through Saturday. It was a rare off night Tuesday for the number 16 ranked Saltillo Lady Lions. The Lady Lions lost to Gilmer 54-40 Tuesday at home. The Lady Buckeyes got off to a fast start and led 14-5 after the first quarter. Saltillo made some headway in the second quarter, but still trailed 21-14 at halftime. Gilmer extended their lead after 3 quarters, going up 43-30. Saltillo coach Bill Giles said the Lady Lions played uninspired basketball, and he said they shot poorly. He added he hoped the Lady Lions would start playing better at their next game coming up in a tournament. Tuesday, the Lady Lions were led in scoring by Chandler Bain with 13 points. Allie Lane had 9 points. Anna Reeder scored 7 points. Brittany Peoples had 5 points, and Juliana Giles and Christina Wade scored 3 points each. The Lady Lions season record now 8-4. The Sulphur Bluff Lady Bears basketball team got a one-sided win over Yantis at Sulphur Bluff Tuesday as the Lady Bears won 74-14. The Lady Bears led 25-6 after one quarter, 44-12 at the half, and 62-12 after 3 quarters. Skylar Stanley had a big night with 23 points, 19 rebounds, 8 steals, and 2 assists. Lady Bears coach Zandra Payton said Bailey Neal had her best game of the season with 10 points, 2 steals, and 2 rebounds. Ann Dorner, playing only a few minutes, had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 assist. Allie Colette had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 assists. Jada Wade had 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 assists. Angel Brown had 4 points and 2 steals with 1 rebound and a team-high 6 assists. And Coach Payton said Brown reads the defense well and sets up her teammates in a position to score. Delina Diatonato had 4 points, 1 steal, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And Tori Rainey had 2 points, 5 steals, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Lydia Drummond had 3 points. Sulphur Bluff plays next at Cumbie next Tuesday night. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.